and welcome to this lesson of Kindy Science, the brain. We've got a lot installed for you today. We're going to do some experiments and you're going to test how your brain works. I've got so many ideas for experiments that I couldn't fit them all in this week, so next week we're going to do some more brain experiments. So get ready to learn all about the brain. Let's get to it. Revision time.
Is the heart made of one or two pumps? The answer is two. One side of the heart pumps to the lungs and the other side pumps to the rest of the body, from your head to your toes.
What is the job of the lungs?
The lungs are an organ that bring oxygen gas into the blood and remove carbon dioxide gas from the blood. We breathe oxygen in, we breathe carbon dioxide out. The brain. The brain is protected by our skull, and the brain controls everything in our body. It sends messages via the nerves. The messages are like little electrical signals, and the nerves are like little wires that go from our brain all over our body. The messages are being sent back and forth from the brain to the body and from the body to the brain all the time. It never stops. Different parts of the brain do different jobs. Some parts help you to breathe and move. Other parts help you to do art, talk, or sing.
Let's experiment!
Experiment 1 is seeing if you can use your hands the same. We have a left and a right side of our brain. The left brain controls the right hand and the right brain controls the left hand. Some people are what we call ambidextrous, and they can use both hands equally well. James and Rose are going to see which hand is stronger, their left or their right. They are going to draw a house, a flower, and a heart. So both James and Rose are right-handed. They're using their right hand to draw in the first box. Then they're going to put their right hand behind their back and draw the house, the flower, and the heart in the second box. This is an experiment you could do at home or at school. Which hand are you better writing with? Let's have a look at our results. Notice how Rose's pictures look very similar between her left and right hand. She seems to find it just as easy to do the drawings with her left hand as she does with her right hand. This could mean that Rose is ambidextrous, that her brain is sending messages to both hands and making them equally as strong. James is much stronger with his right hand. Notice his left hand flower is very, very wonky, and so's his house. Rose prefers to use her right hand most of the time. She writes with it, she draws with it, she picks most things up with it. However, if you watch her on the tennis court, this is where she begins to use her left hand. So there is a right hand hit, there's a two-handed hit, and later on you'll see Rose do a left-handed hit. Just like our hands are controlled by different sides of our brain, our ability to see symbols and colours are also handled by different sides of the brain. In experiment 2, we're going to trick your brain by showing it symbols that are different colours to what they normally are. And you have to say the colour of the symbol. What symbols are we going to use? Let's have a look. We're going to use a sun, an apple, a tree, a zebra, a fire truck. Now only say the colour of the object that you see. Green, pink, orange, yellow, blue, blue, grey, pink, yellow. How did you go? Did you say the colour or the symbol? Did your brain get tricked? Experiment 3 is testing the memory part of your brain. There will be a picture in a moment of a sand pit. Look carefully. What's in the sand pit? Try to remember them. What can you remember? Now say out aloud all the things that you can remember from the sand pit. Go! Let's see if you really did remember what was in the sand pit. Have a look at the picture again and see if you were right. Experiment 4 is going to try and trick your brain. When we look at people the right way up, we can identify them. But when we look at people upside down, our brain gets a little bit confused. Here's a picture of James the right way up, and here is James upside down. Here is Rose the right way up, and here is Rose upside down. Is your brain confused?
Fun fact!
An adult's brain weighs 1.5 kilograms. That's about the same as 1.5 of these. But an elephant's brain weighs about 6 kilograms, which is 6 of these bags of flour.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson of Kindy Science, the brain. and that you had fun doing those experiments. So give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a pretend sticker, and I'll see you next week.